Excuse me. I'm trying to make a video here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Factorio! And in today's episode, I have no idea what I'm going to do. However, I decided that I'm going to go ahead and play this game, despite not knowing what my plan is tonight. I think mostly I'm going to try to expand my operations over here and make more of everything so that I can finally take my research to the next level here. So far, I'm doing all right. I have research 1, 2, and 3 running, so that's pretty good. So I'm able to kind of research some more advanced things. However, I would like to be able to research some more fancy logistic systems and things like that. So I'm going to try to make a few steps forward in that regards. I might maybe try to look a little bit at the military science things, and I'm going to just focus on more this time. Very simple. A simple more. Oh, and this 3D printer thing, just got this set up today. Boom. It's actually working now. All right. It's not making the highest quality print. It's running a 1mm nozzle as of right now, but for a custom design, everything on it, you know, except for the fact that it's a Delta, and we already know how Deltas work, but everything there, I did that. I'm going to share that with you guys later, but oh, that's exciting. It took forever to get to the point where I could actually print something, but hey, there it is. Oh, man. Okay, don't try to calibrate your printer with a 1mm nozzle. You'll end up with like really funky looking prints. But you know what? I mean, the bottom doesn't look half bad. That's nice and smooth. 0.5mm layer height. I mean, it's a little droopy there. A little droop. But you know what? This is the very first object that thing has ever printed. So that's not half bad. I'll take it. So here's to one ridiculous plan. What am I'm not even talking about the game. What am I doing? Let me go read your comments here real quick. See what you guys got to say. I read them a little bit a while ago. It's been crazy, everything I've been doing here. All right, so there were some really useful comments over here that you guys were talking about. I mean, it's packed full of really useful stuff. But the real takeaway, I guess, what I'm trying to get here, so I don't have to read the entire comment to you guys, is that it is important to understand how many machines it takes in order for something to be made. So therefore, if it's simple, well, you can kind of just make it in the spot you need it. Otherwise, you should probably make more complicated stuff and then transport that to where it needs to go. I kind of did half and half originally up here when it came to the science pack. Okay, I guess what I was doing over here, right? So I have to bring the circuits, the engines, and everything all the way up here just so that it can be made. So I kind of do the, the mining drills right here. But then I do the engines way over there, and then the circuits way over there. And it doesn't really make sense to do, I guess what I'm trying to get at here is think through how much crap you make and where you make it and where it should go. Like many people say, there's no right or wrong way to do things. You just always do it wrong. All right, so it seems like the more complicated things you make, the better it would be if you just made it in place and then transport it to where it needs to go. The other thing here was like advanced oil processing. That's something that I've run into over here where it's completely held me up. Because I have light oil, but I've got a bunch of heavy oil, and it's just kind of plugging my system up to where I can't get more petroleum gas. So I want to do advanced oil processing. That is where? Right there. Only 75 of each. So I'm going to go ahead and research that. The other thing you guys were talking about was a main bus. Trying to set up a main bus. I'll admit, I didn't Google it between you guys telling me I should look into it and now. I'm kind of coming into this video unprepared, but what can I say? I've been working on all of that and not worrying about it. Okay, so from what I understand as far as the main bus, you get your main items on here: coal, steel, copper, iron, all that good stuff, and you kind of just run that down a main bus, And then you pull off what you need to fuel different things here and there. I mean, that's at least what I would understand a main bus as. I think it's more of an electrical term. Not 100% sure. Wow, why aren't you connected? Oh no. So I tell you what, let me go ahead and just work on this right here. So I know what I need here. I just need copper and steel, or copper and iron to come in right here. For the most part here, this is going to be gears. Now this would be something that's very simple because it just takes iron plates, so it maybe doesn't make any sense to make that here. But you know what? I've got a plan. It may not be a good one, but I'm going to go with it. Okay, so you guys were also saying that I could use robots to cut down trees. So let's give that a try. Let's take these trees out of here. Enter. All the loggers in the world, they just lost their job. Flying robots took it from them. But now what's it doing? You're just sitting there. Oh, not enough storage available. Oh, uh-oh. They're constipated. They can't get rid of it. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, let's see here. How better can I set this up? Got a bunch of steel, got a bunch of copper. And I want to be able to pull this stuff off as it's running past. So I think that's what I want to do. Something like that. And then I think I want to pull it off and put it on just so like that. So maybe this is what I want. Okay, so in this setup here, you can see what I've got going on. We've got both copper and the iron plates that are being fed through this system. And then I've got some green circuits here. Now I don't need this. That's completely unneeded. I was just going to do some routing here. So now this, once it's maxed out, it'll just stop sucking down power as well, because I think I ran everything dry. But that's that. So over here, well, all I need is the iron. It's probably a much more efficient way to do this, but like I could probably do this to where that feeds into more spots, but whatever. Okay, so in this setup, I'm going to want to use a splitter, and that splitter should be able to go right here, shouldn't it? There we go. So now I can make my own little transportation belts. Now this just requires iron plates. So I think I'll use another one of those splitters. However, I don't think I want to do it just like so. I think I want it to be on the other side. There you go. What I'm thinking here is that I can more or less probably have a provider chest and have just about, you know, most of the ingredients built in one spot to where the robots could take care of a lot of the different needs depending on what I need to make here and there, really. If I need to do a large production plant, I mean, I probably need a whole lot of green circuits at some point. At least that's what you guys are saying. So one thing I think I'd want to make here is like big electrical poles, medium electrical poles, all of that kind of thing. All made in the same spot. So that's steel and copper for that one. Steel and copper. And then wood and copper. Ooh, got a new achievement. 100 robots. So I could just set this up for the different electrical poles. And what does this take for a pipe to go underground? Iron plates and a pipe. Oh, okay. So I'm going to make use of yet another splitter. There was a comment down there that said, please use splitters, they're much more efficient. So I am making use of those this episode here. Seems to be working out pretty good. No. There we go. So for this one, I'm not really worried about, you know, putting it into a recipe at this point. So I'm just going to put it in a provider chest. And we'll just do this number. Set it real low. I could put a wire on that or something, but who cares? Oops, already got a bunch of those. Wood, huh? Interesting. Just takes raw wood, which I've got lots of raw wood. So we'll kind of take your advice here. We'll just do this number. We'll just do this real quick. So inside of here, I'll just throw a bunch of the raw wood. Matter of fact, I can just request pretty much all of it. Just like that, and I'll I'll be able to get a bunch. Oops, I don't know why I brought iron over. I didn't need iron. I need copper, which can go right here. There we go. That's what we needed. And then, so that should do everything we need there. I think I'll get rid of the fast arm here. We'll just use a nice slow arm. There's no point. It's really not a fast operation at this point. I mean, it makes it very quickly, but like, who cares that much? Oh, awesome. Got that research done. So I'll have to take a look to see exactly what that's going to do for me. That'll be awesome. Trains can slow down faster, allowing them to sustain higher speeds. Not really necessary. Electrical distribution. That'll be a good one. And I wanted this to do wood. So there you go. Oh, that requires copper cable. Oops. You know what? Forget it. You're going to go back to just not existing. How about that? So that's 30, 30, 40. That's what I'm making right now. So if I use advanced oil processing, we can see the difference there. Uses up some water. Which I don't have water down here. So now I got to bring water. Luckily, I do have water nearby. Haha. So that should give me a lot more petroleum gas, which means I can get more plastic out of this. Excellent. I will have to do something with this light oil, though. I'll have to process that. Into what? Part of me is thinking I should start to barrel things. Just like stick them in barrels. Now, what was my game plan here? To mess things up. That's what I think my game plan was. Or maybe my plan was this all along. And I just didn't think of it till now. I'm going to go with that. Alright, so one thing I don't really make enough of, or make it well enough, I should say, is this engine unit. Kind of limited on that, so I can actually improve that. That requires steel, gears, and pipes. So I can take care of that right down here, and I can make a couple of these. Probably go ahead and just move this guy somewhere. Okay, maybe it isn't perfect, but... So I have the steel, I have the gear wheel. So let's see if I can figure out how to bring this out and make it sort. Well, for starters, I've got electrical stuff down here, so we'll just use a nice big tower here just to kind of bridge some stuff. Not have to worry about it too much. So it seems pretty straightforward that I'd like to go ahead and just connect to this. That'll give me my nice pipes. But then I only want to have steel. So I can either selectively just pull it off the end here, or I could kind of sort it right here. Let's see what that would look like. Looks like I would need to move that one down from where it is, so that the splitter was right here. Ah! Advanced electronics. Yes, go for it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to need a filter over here. So a filter inserter. Now, let's see if I can make one of those splitters actually work for me again. These are pretty handy so far. We'll give that some power, and you are just going to pick the gears. There you go. There we go. Set up a little provider chest right there for the conveyor belts, or the transportation belt. That way I always have some of these on hand. Boom, like this. So we can go ahead and continue all of this down. And put down a couple more of these guys. That'll provide me with many engines. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. So that takes lubricant, engine units, and the electric circuit, which is kind of a complicated thing to do. Because it takes a little bit more to make it happen. I would like to do a fair amount of advanced engine units, but I need those as well. So if I space this out again and let give myself 3 more spots over here, then I should be able to route stuff, back up this way and to the left. So pretty much everything over here is for routing, and then everything over there is for routing, and then I could you know, potentially just keep going, even though I got, you know, a bunch of coal here. But that's kind of a grid idea, at least of what I'm looking at. So the chemical plant. It produces lubricant. Lubricant more or less gets piped over there. So if I brought the engine units back in over here, zoop, then I would not really have any green circuits on that line, though. It would almost make more sense for me to take the engine units back over here to the left, take the green circuits down, and feed it over here like this. Wait, robots! I didn't say put it down! No! Stop! So maybe I only want to have one over here, which is just a provider chest. Do this number. This is going to be very spaghetti in here, but I kind of like spaghetti. Spaghetti's very tasty. One of my favorite things to eat. So, I'm going to embrace the spaghetti, and we're going to have some fun up here. Here we go. Ah! I don't need this stinking power. Uh-oh. So there we go. The green circuits will find their way down. Zoom. Now how to get lubricant. All the way over there. That processes heavy oil. So I can just process heavy oil somewhere over here. Unless I got room for a chemical plant. How big's a chemical plant? Oh, it's not that big. Oh, let's make this more complicated. I love it. I should really bring that in on the other side. How about that? So it does this number. So then I could just go like that. Haha. Ooh, but then how do I get it out? Long arms. Perfect. You don't have to worry about going down. When you could just go up. There we go. Boom. Now that just needs to make lubricant. And I'm all set. Yeah, I like that. Okay, this is fun. I'm not really building to a purpose except for just trying to build more stuff. But I like it. Or maybe I'm slightly retracing my steps for this. What was advanced motors used for? I think I probably used it over here for the flying frames or something like that. Which I already had set up in series. So I'm really just redoing everything I've already done before. I should really make piercing rounds, grenades, and gun turrets. Yeah, because that's batteries, then the engine unit, and the steel plates, and the electronic circuits. Whoa. That's right, that's what that was all about. Well, I'm sure there'll still be a use for it. I'm not going to disable that. I might as well just limit the production. I guess one thing I should try to do is get coal kind of set up over here. Well, I already got coal right there. I could just kind of find a way to get it to run over there. Because I will need some coal. Advanced military research. That's what I was going to look for. What's it take to make piercing rounds? Firearm magazine, steel plates, copper plates. So, firearm magazine, huh? That's just iron plates. Okay, I can do that very easily over here. What's it take to make grenades or gun turrets, huh? Grenades, iron plate, and coal. Okay, not too bad. I can do that. What about gun turrets? Oh, that isn't too bad either. So I've already got one resource here. Boom. And then here's another resource, which is the gears. So that kind of takes care of that one. Thing is, do I really want to do it all the way up there? Or what do down here? Oh, I don't know. Grenades. Make use of this splitter once more. And just go underneath like so. Unless I can take that down a little bit further. Nope, that's it. Of course, now I got this provider chest in the way. There we go. So there goes the ammo, and there goes a grenade. Maybe I want to take that grenade out some other way. I'm losing a bit of method to this whole madness, but it's still working. I don't think the idea was ever to be perfect. It was more or less, you know, just to make it work. Had fun with it. So now I've got grenades and I've got ammo, so that's really useful. Man, grenades take a while to make. What about firearms. How fast do those go? Oh no, the iron plates take a little while to get there. Oh, it's because I'm at like reduced power maybe? No, it's probably just because I'm demanding so much more out of this line up here that it's really just not set up to feed all of that. And I started making these again. So there's some balancing of like inlet to, you know, what I'm taking out that I should be doing there. Not to mention power. I gotta keep turning up the power around here. Keep running out of electricity. From the looks of it, I might want to do something different with grenades in order to make those a little bit faster. So I can get that research moving quite a bit faster. I think the very first thing I can do is just replace that with a better manufacturing unit. I don't know if it'll make that big of a difference though. So that's ammo and grenades. Now I need to make piercing rounds, right? So what that means is I've already got steel on that one conveyor. So now I'm going to bring this over. Just like this, and then I'll use a splitter to connect the two. So that way I will get both ammo and steel on the same one. So then all I need is copper. Luckily I have copper right here. Look at this spaghetti. This is getting fun. Just embrace it, guys. It's going to be madness over here. I love it. Alright, so I'm pretty much running out of resources continuously down there. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this number real quick. I don't really need to bring it all the way there. I could just do this number. There we go. So now I've got plenty more that I can, you know, this little fast inserter can just grab from. We can keep everything moving down here. Look at all that. Wait a minute. I've got steel that comes in over here as well. So I really don't even need steel to wrap around here. Actually just shows up right there. See? A little bit. Which means all of that is not needed. I could just do this. And if I kind of rework this guy, how I kick things out of here, I should be able to just exit pretty much all of these rounds out and either go left or right with it. Whichever way I want to go. What's the next thing I want to make? Now that I got the rounds. No, that's it. All I need is rounds. So I'm going to go to the right with it. So now if I just kind of rework that like that, there we go. Then this should be able to kick out. Perfect. Just like so. I can get rid of this guy and just use a nice big medium one. And move that so it's quite like, just like that. There we go. Sweet. You know, and if my assembly machine 1 here can't keep up with the rest of everything, then I can kind of extend it and make more of it. That's the idea, right? Pretty simple. You know, I think it's working out all right. It's plenty late, so I'm going to get off to bed. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Factorio. Thank you guys for watching. If you got some tips for me, go ahead and leave them down there in the comment section below. I do read through those. I can't necessarily implement all of them in every single video, but, you know, they definitely have helped me out thus far. So thank you so much for that. Have a wonderful day, and if I've earned your subscription, then thank you so much for that. Stay awesome, guys. Peace. Brothgar